Hey guys, it's Fancy, and you're watching a very, very early morning edition of the Good Wives Network. Oh, good God. It has been a morning already. I got up around 4 because my stomach was not feeling well, and so then one of my mods messaged me, seeing me up, and told me that Bree was on live and they were discussing Colleen. I have asked you guys repeatedly to leave Colleen alone. Colleen has asked you guys repeatedly to leave her alone. And they did discuss some things about Colleen speaking to them and everything else. And you know what? If that's happening, that's between them and Colleen. But I know my side of with what's going on with Colleen, and that's all I can speak to. And what I went in there for was to correct them as to why her license should never have been reported, and why they are incorrect in what they are labeling her as, her role here with the company. Now, we went through a lot of things. It was actually a pretty decent live. Then we got into some of the medical records. It got a little heated. Some people got a little ignorant. Some people got a little rude, and I got rude back because I'm going to out-rude you every time you're fucking rude to me. Don't worry. That's going to happen. That's not going to change. So, this brings us to the Patreon conversation. And I'm going to explain to you that there is certain ways that Patreon works, and there's certain ways that Patreon do not work. And Bree is alleging that she got the medical records and the information off of our $30 level Patreon. She did. She tried to come in and file a fraudulent refund with myself. I turned her down. I turned her back to Patreon because at the time I did not even know it was her, and she was claiming that she only got 3 days with the documents and that she wanted her money back so that she could then purchase a full month on the 1st. That's not how my billing cycle with Patreon works. There are two different types of billing cycles with Patreon. There is one that does bill in the 1st of every single month. That is not how I have mine set up. How I have mine set up is that when you purchase it on a specific day, you don't get billed again till that specific day, and you have access to it for an entire month. So for instance, if you pay for it on April 12th, you have access to something all the way until May 12th, and you do not get to, then it renews on May 12th, not on the 1st, not like some other ones. There is a way for me to do that, and I turned it off years ago because I didn't want it to be like that, because I did not want my customers to be charged for 1 day to 3 days or whatever, before, and then have another charge. I didn't think that was right or fair. It was supposed to be a prorated rate for that period of time, but I just didn't think it was right. So, paying $8 for 3 days and then being turned right around and asking for 30 or something, I didn't feel was right. So I opted into what is called subscription billing. On our Facebook account today, I am posting all of the conversation with inside of the Patreon with her and what she was doing. And she also is the person who went in there and reported all of our Patreon content, and tried to get it all taken down so our Patreon members could not have any other content at all. So good job, Bree. You infiltrated and you did a great job, but honey, you've been had. And the time period that I'm going to show you, I did not know it was Bree that I was conversing with. I did not find that out till maybe a month ago. Somebody told me, and I had to go in and look, and that's when I realized it was actually Bree, because the name she was using was Lux Linux or something like that. It's in the post. The only reason that I know it was her was because she was talking about the refund on a live. I went in, I checked it, and then lo and behold, guess what its email address is connected to? Her Etsy store. The one that I supposedly kept her from making money in, despite the fact that I never did anything with your Etsy store. Oh, I forgot. You said it was someone else too that caused that. There's been a lot of people that apparently have kept you from your, making money on eBay. It could also be the person you said was gaslighting you because you didn't give them the proper amount of clay pieces that they asked for, but hey, and paid for. But hey, it was me. You're right. Everything's always me. Aren't you aware, guys? By now, it's all me all the time. It's never anyone else, ever. Funny how that works, but they all want me to take accountability for my actions. And by the way, in that live, I did apologize to Bree specifically for saying that she was a trans woman and making the video calling her a whole ass man. I have taken that down. I took that down months and months and months ago. I took down the post about her. I do not speak about Bree very often at all, because I don't think that she is even relevant in this, because she does not have the facts of the case in her Her judgment is so clouded by being so close to the Blanchard family. I'm sorry, she just cannot be objective in any way, shape, or form. So go on over to our Facebook page to read these screenshots from Patreon of Bree, who has now claimed that Patreon has given her this refund, which would be a fraudulent refund. So if she did receive it back, I very much intend to file a claim letting Patreon know that she fraudulently asked for a refund, and I will be attaching the screenshots that I have here to let you guys, to let them know exactly why she should not have been given a refund. And if she did, then Patreon will go after her and take it back, because she did not deserve a refund, and she knows it, and she knows that she's had access to those records for way longer than the time period that she wanted, because she told everybody on a live bragging about it that she had the tab open so she could keep them. But what really, she downloaded them and copied them when she's not supposed to do that. Our Patreon is not supposed to be that way. You're supposed to have a viewing only. So either she just screenshotted them each, or I don't know, but she's not supposed to be able to download them like that. But maybe I have the settings wrong, that whole thing. Anyway, I digress. Check us out on Facebook. Have a good one from The Good Wives, serving up true crime, one dish at a time. Bye, guys.